Yeah, believe me, I've tried anything. Nothing seems to get rid of it. I don't know what it is, but it's how it goes sometimes, man. Let's see. Slut. Oh. There we go. Now we want to go up and get the final character. Since we can't go any further right now. We can't and we won't. I don't know about that. Pretty damn good though. Wah. And it opens up the barrier. Rain Inferno, Red Dragon. It's Ren! I can't believe it. It really is Ren. It looks like she's fast asleep. Papa. Mama. Why? Ren. How you doing? Where am I? Oh, this is just a dream. Ren? Estelle? Joshua and Tita, too. I definitely need to play that. I bought it like a long time ago. What a nice dream this is. I played the demo of it, though. Ren! Oh. Oh, silly Estelle. You're supposed to be older than me. Shouldn't be acting like a clingy child. You're so warm, though. And you smell so nice. It's almost like this isn't a dream at, What's going on? Sepala just went live. That's what's going on. Ren, this... What are you doing here? No, never mind that. What am I doing here? It's okay, Ren. I'm going to explain now, so try and calm down, okay? You see, we're not sure how it happened either, but... Don't come any closer! If you take another step towards me, I will kill you! I'll try and handle this, Estelle. You mind taking a step back? Okay. I'm happy to see you again, Ren. How have you been all this time? How is that any of your business? You're just as bad as Estelle is, Joshua. Why won't you two leave me alone and stop following me around? I figured you must have noticed. You're right. For the past few months, we've been traveling around trying to find you. We're in Crossbell at the moment, too. Are we getting warmer? You're in Crossbell? Why? Why do you want to find me so much? We just want a chance to talk with you. We heard from a reliable source that you haven't been back to Ouroboros since we last fought. Is that true? What's that got to do with either of you? All I want is to be left alone. I don't want to talk to either of you. I don't even want to see you. So why don't you just leave me be? Because... Sorry, Ren. This one's on me. Ever since you flew off, I haven't been able to get you off my mind. I've been getting Joshua to look into where you might be, and we've been going around chasing down every possible lead. But that's why I'm so happy to finally be able to see you again like this. But... Oh, I get it now. You're lying, aren't you? Really, all of that's just a cover for the fact you're trying to capture me. What? Sorry to disappoint you, but I only know about as much as Joshua does about Ouroboros. Even if you catch me, you're not going to get anything useful out of me. And even if I did know lots of dirty secrets, I wouldn't tell you. I bet you really feel stupid for wasting your time now. Wait a second. That's not... Or are you going to try your luck anyway? Sure brought a lot of familiar faces for backup. Even I might have trouble taking on this many people at once. Uh-oh. But I'm confident I'll leave at least a few of you headless before I end up beaten. Ren? You gotta be kidding me. What are we supposed to do, Shira? Don't ask me. This doesn't look good. Well, I think I know who you are now. Ouroboros Enforcer number 15. The Angel of Slaughter, correct? You certainly do know me. I don't know you, though. Are you a knight of the church? Yes. I'm Reese Argent, a squire. And while I may not be very familiar with your circumstances, would it hurt you to behave less like a self-centered child? Excuse me? Did you call me a self-centered child? From what I've heard, your intelligence and deductive reasoning have few peers. That led you to joining Ouroboros, obtaining both the current rank and abilities you now have. So, unless I'm wrong, I find it very hard to believe you haven't already figured out that this isn't a trap we've set to capture you. And yet you still expect us to waste our time and humor your little temper tantrum. So yes, I did call you a self-centered child. Reese... Damn. She sure doesn't mince words. My, you're a brave one, aren't you, miss? Did I hear a lowly squire like you trying to provoke an enforcer like me? You must really want to end up splattered all over the floor. I could say the same to you. I have no idea why everyone else here regards you favorably, but I, for one, have no interest in being friends with someone from Ouroboros. So if a battle is what you want, I will be more than happy to oblige. Battle style, man. Gross. Very gross. Oh no. Reese? A Templar sword, huh? Those can certainly be a rude awakening in the right hands. Of course, everyone else who's ever tried to challenge me with one ended up being quite predictable after a while. Before long, they were all begging me for mercy like pigs about to be slaughtered. It was ever so pitiful. I can't wait to hear you do the same. Ren? No. Do you actually want to fight, or do you only intend to stand around trying to sound threatening? I suppose that is enough talking. Gah. Come on, you two. Both of you stop it! My God. Tita? Hey. Wait a sec. Why are the two of you so desperate to try and fight when you know you don't really want to? Ren, you were trying to make it sound like you don't care about Estelle and Joshua. But deep down, you're happy to see them again, and you know it. And Reese, you've already realized that Ren's not actually a bad person. Doesn't matter that she's from Ouroboros. Well, I'm happy? Of course I'm not. Why would I possibly, but... Your wife is a child? That's not weird or anything. Then why did you look so happy when Estelle hugged you? Right up until the moment you realized this was all real, you were acting like it was the best dream you'd ever had. And now you're saying you don't want to talk to them, that you don't want to see them. Hold on a minute, Tita. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all, so just admit it. Sweetie, I swear, she just cut my life short about 10 years. What the hell was she thinking? Look at you. Honestly. I thought you were a year older than me, you know. Yet here you are, crying away. You're not setting a very good example. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do when you guys finally see each other again and all you do is end up fighting? Last game I got from Nintendo was Thousand Year Door Remaster. That's just too sad. Why? Hey. What are you crying for? Why did you have to... You know the answer to that already, Ren. It's because she likes you. She does? Hey, Ren. I know we've still got our differences, but how about we put all that aside and call a truce for now? Truce style. A truce? As I'm sure you can tell, we're in the middle of a really messy situation right now. Now that's what I call a sticky situation. And however you got here, you've ended up being dragged right into it with us. I'd say it's in all our best interest to work together. At least until we get out of here. Anyway. What do you say? That's certainly true. There's still plenty we don't know about our predicament. Having someone with your intellect on our side may well help us to fill in the remaining blanks. In fact, I would greatly welcome your assistance. Yeah, I'm with the Colonel. That's former Colonel. I'm not a Colonel, Estelle. Regardless, I think it would be in your best interest to work with us too. Cooperating will allow you to gather information more efficiently, as well as make it easier for you to ensure your own safety. That's true. It's obvious that wherever we are, it's somewhere abnormal. So it goes without saying that having me around would be a big help to all of you. Alright, out of respect for Cheetah's bravery, I'll spare you all this time. Fill me in on exactly what's going on here. Fill me in style. See, the last episode I watched was about was about plays. Basically, they kept going to plays. Oh. Thanks, friend. Just so we're clear, I haven't decided whether I'm going to work with you or not yet. All I'm promising is to listen to your explanation of what's happening. Then I'll decide if it'll help. Help style. I see. I think I've got a pretty good idea what's going on now. Whoever chose this place's name couldn't have picked a better one, could they? What? Have you figured something out that we hadn't? Possibly. I'm still not completely certain yet. But I'm relatively confident in my theory after hearing the Colonel's story, though. That's former Colonel. Me? My own experience was the same as everyone else's, ending up here after being surrounded by a sudden white light. The chickenpox episode? But you say you weren't wearing your uniform when it happened to you, right, Colonel? How many times must I... Well, whatever. I wasn't. As I explained to everyone when I first arrived, I was wearing a shirt and slacks, as I do every other day at work. Slacks style. I hear Stephen Hasty likes to wear slacks. Right, just checking. So then tell me something. Would you say you have quite a strong emotional attachment to that uniform? Pardon? Oh, that's a definite yes. It's a symbol of your past. The past you just can't quite move on from, even though you need to. Am I right? Yes, you are. Richard? Richard Nixon, even. It's no surprise you feel that way from my perspective. And lo and behold, the moment you appeared in this world, you were wearing that very same uniform again. Whatever do you think that could mean? That would mean when I arrived here, my attachment to that past ended up being manifested as reality. In other words, this world is capable of changing based on people's thoughts. Change in the House of Flies, even. Oh. Haha, now it makes sense. Not to me, it doesn't. Can you explain in slightly less complicated terms for the rest of us? It's actually a really simple thing. You remember how Luciola used a gospel to make you experience a dream, right? Right? The dreams we saw were different depending on what we wanted to see, too. Of course, unlike that, this isn't a dream, but the concept is basically the same. Basically. Anyway, just like in Luciola's dream worlds, the world changes depending on what the people inside it want. I bet Stephen Hasey's dream world would just be a big world of farts. It also happens to recreate places that exist in their memories, too. It all falls into place nicely once you simplify it, doesn't it? So it does. It explains the monuments we've encountered and how the doors work, too. Still, while the explanation may explain the contents of this world, I find it hard to believe that any of us would desire the predicament we found ourselves in. Oh, I don't disagree. We're not the only ones here, though, are we? Oh. So, in other words, many of the contents of this world exist because of us, but its overall structure is the result of someone else within it? From what I can gather, yes. I'm having McDonald's for lunch today. Well, that explains all the farting. What exactly is making all this possible is the part I'm still puzzled over. Making people's wishes reality was the purpose of the Oriole. But now that's been lost, I can't think of anything else capable of doing the same. I think it's easy for all of us to point the finger at who wished for this world to behave the way it does, at the very least. Butt finger, even. The Lord of Phantasma. Exactly. Based on everything that's been said, they weren't in this world originally. That was just the ghost you've encountered. Until the Lord of Phantasma, she simply watched over this place from this garden here. But then they showed up, stole her power, started remaking the world according to their own whims. They even put a Panda Express nearby. The result is what we're stuck in right now. Well, what do you think? Wow. You're damn right he does. Damn. Feels like you just popped your head in and solved all these crazy mysteries like they were nothing. Haha, it's certainly impressive. Even I hadn't been able to deduce quite that much. You really are a genius, Ren. She's a child prodigy, didn't you know? Fun fact. I'm sure you could have worked this much out if you'd really put your mind to it, Joshua. Unless Estelle's stupidity is actually contagious and rubbed off on you. Well, that's not very nice. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Dearie me. Either way, it sounds like this Lord of Phantasma person likes games just as much as I do. And without me, I don't know if you'll be able to beat them, so I suppose it's better I lend you all a hand. I hope you're all very grateful. Yeah, sure. Nice to have a cutie like you on board, Ren. Well, now that that's settled, it's time to use that cube to take us back to the 5th plane so we can move on. Now that we've gotten closer to working out what's going on, We should be able to move on to the next part of the game board now. The game board style, even. I'm guessing our opponents are ready to make their next move, too. Ah, someone's confident. Still, have it your way. Not as though we have any option other than to press on. I'm expecting we'll encounter a devil at the end of this plane, just like we have at all the others. We only move on when we're sure we can handle it. Aw, I could really do without the extra trouble. Then again, I am kind of curious what these devils are like in reality. Would you like to come and have a look with me, Cheetah? I'm not sure just the two of us going would be such a good idea. So, fun fact, Ren is the best arts user in the game. Little fun fact for you. Aw, she was so opposed to being with us earlier, but look at her now. Yeah, I'm really glad she came around. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to her while we're in here too. Yeah. So with that, we have all the characters. Ren starts in level 119. Has low stamina, but incredible arts, not limited by lines.
Leave it to Ren! Here we go!
Good times. Ren style. Meh. Level 119. 9 lives. Unenforcer's Scythe. Said to be able to claim 9 lives at once. Talk about giving people game over screens. Good lord. Of course, it's probably a good idea to give her something to increase her art strength. Even more. You know, like Crimson Eye. Crimson Eye. He has the most art strength, definitely. Orbit-wise, Sapphire Gem. She comes with Sapphire Gem, which is really nice. It's basically Mind 5. Absorb. Covers 2% of users' max HP when defeating an enemy. Septium Bane, of course. Emerald Gem, which is basically Shield 5. Shield 5 style. Emerald Gem, Shield 5. Attack 4, HP 4, and Death. Kills enemies with 20% chance succeeds. Death, 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 death. That has over 300 views. That's funny. Cooper and Binary left a comment. What? That's funny. Okay. She has Diamond Dust. Shadow Spear. Okay. Anywho. You don't need to be that far back, ma'am. So of course her S break is Grenade. Cuts through enemy ranks, taking the lives of foes. 50% chance of KO. To a medium area. Exciting. Okay. My belch, excusez-moi. Huh. Style, even. Analysts? What are you doing? Well, you heard what Ren said earlier, right? About how the world changes as a result of what people inside want. Want style. Yeah, but what does that have to do with this? This, even. She's desperately trying to wish a stuffed toy into existence with the power of her mind. Sounds like something she would do. Hey, I'm trying to concentrate here. I heard Stephen Hasty likes to concentrate. Can you be a little more quiet? Should I go with a fluffy, beady-eyed palm? Ooh, or maybe a nice silky bear. Or a super soft panda. Panda Express, even. There's so many wonderful choices, I can't decide which to go with. Go with, even. Like that Stephen Hasty character. Concentrate? You can't even decide what you want. At least focus on one of them and see how that goes before getting greedy. Greedy style. She looks happy enough just daydreaming, even without a gospel to make her dreams come true. Trust analysts to cook up an idea like this. She might come across as silly to some, but I can't help but be impressed by her boundless optimism. Optimism, even. You little bastard. 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 You little bastard.
Wait, I don't know, slasher? I thought that was the name of a knife that cuts potatoes.
Potato style, even. All this crap about how Phantasma is made up is giving me headaches. But it doesn't take a genius to figure out just how strong the Fiends in and are getting them in the further we go. We're gonna have to get a hell of a lot stronger if we want to stand a chance against them. There's never a Roger. Not even one time. It is an interesting concept, I must say. Who would have thought this world changes in accordance to the thoughts and desires of those within? If what Ren was saying about discovering that being one of the conditions to moving on to the sixth plane is true, then we must be reaching the end of this particular plane. Could be. You never know, man. Nobody's up there, of course. Nobody knows what it's like to be the bad Stephen Hasty. To be the sad Stephen Hasty. Behind blue eyes. Ren style, even. Kevin's still passed out. He seems to be sleeping soundly. Lazy asshole. His condition stabilized a lot compared to before. He does still have a small fever, but it's nothing worth freaking out about. A little fever never hurt anybody. Fever style. Which was pretty much what COVID was for me. A bad fever. More or less. It seemed like the situation we're in is even more severe than I feared. We've discovered a number of rules that govern this world, all implemented by that Lord of Phantasma. But what if they created a rule that dictates we can't actually leave this world? Uh-oh. Then we're screwed! We're gonna be here forever! We're gonna miss the release of Daybreak, goddammit! Sucks, man. It's amazing to think that this world is where people's thoughts become reality. Even after all we've seen so far, I still find myself doubting that could even be possible. But it certainly makes sense. Still, if we assume that everything that's happened so far has gone according to plan for the Lord of Phantasma, then I think it's about time we started trying to change that. Hmm? Indeed. Joshua? What are you doing here? Oh, not much. I've just given some thought to what we might find ourselves up against during the remainder of our time. Time style. Why would you waste time doing that when we'll find out by proceeding anyway? You don't need to worry about anything as long as I'm with you all. I suppose you're right. Ren? Well, this is the last one, so after this, while we wait for Daybreak, we're probably just gonna work on unfinished games. Take care, okay? I can't deny that there's still part of me that refuses to move on from the past. Sooner or later, I'll have to completely put it behind me and move on. Is something up, Colonel? Nothing major, no. I was just lost in thought. Are you still thinking about what I said earlier? You really are a perceptive one. You wouldn't be interested in coming to work at RNA Research, would you? I'm sure someone with your level of foresight would be a valuable asset to us. Maybe I'll give it some thought. If you play with me again, maybe. Our playtime at Grand Cell Castle ended up getting interrupted before it really started. I'm up for another try if you are. I really forgot they ended up fighting when Ouroboros tried attacking the capital. Fun fact, Tales of Arise is all finished uploading. I'll think about it. And I started uploading Star Ocean First Departure. Tita's down here all alone. Ooh, Ren! What are you doing here, Tita? We sure do. Oh, I was sort of just wandering aimlessly while I was preoccupied. Seeing you again made me remember all the fun things we did together before, so I've been thinking about those. Like that time we went shopping and bought those really pretty brooches and stuff. Oh, right. That reminds me, though. I found one exactly like them in a tiny little shop a while back. The jewel in the middle was red, though. The color of blood. Oh, you're so lucky. They were all sold out of those in the shop in Grand Cell. I really wanted a red one, too. I know. Well, why don't we go on a shopping trip together sometime then? We could go somewhere really far away. You'd like the Eastern Quarter in Calvert, that's for sure. You could spend a whole day shopping there and never feel bored. Bored style, even. Really? I wonder what kind of cute accessories they'd have there. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the pendant I bought a while back. It looks like they're back to good times in no time. Good times. And such. Good times to no time. Or something like that, anyway. Ren style, even. How are your slots going, anyway? Oh. She's already fully upgraded. That's fun. Whew. We don't even need to upgrade her. Which is why she starts with so much EP. Good lord, man. Good lord. Ba-bum-bum-bum. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Zen style, even. Okay. Now we want to head back to the 5th plane, Umbral Midpoint. Midpoint Jones, even. For those that didn't know.
Unless you're heavily armed and got lots of protection. But anyways, yeah, don't join gang. You'll get nowhere. Well, maybe in the back of a cop car, or in a body bag, or in somebody's trunk, never to be seen again. These kind of things can happen if you're in a gang. Don't do drugs either. Not even the government's drugs. Just go all natural, man.
Classic.